Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack. Today we have a Marvel superhero set to review for you. This is Iron Man Detroit Steel Strikes. The set is recommended for ages 7 to 14. It is set number 76077 and it has 377 pieces. Included are 3 minifigs. We have Justin Hammer, Agent Coulson for the first time, and a brand new Iron Man. There's a few different accessories and some nice new molds for some minifigs, but I gotta say my favorite part of the build is probably gonna be the Lola car. All right, let's check out how many bags are inside the box. All right, so inside the box, there really isn't that much. We've got 3 bags here, just a few stickers, the comic book I always ignore pretty much, and 2 small manuals. So not that much. Let's get the build going. Alright, so the build is complete. It was pretty darn simple and easy to put together. Didn't take too long at all. But we've got some great exclusive figs here. First time we're getting this new Iron Man helmet, so we're showing this guy off first. And the great thing about this Iron Man minifig, well, there's a lot of things to like about it. I mean, first off, the helmet. I think a lot of people were looking forward to this redesign. And to be fair, the back of the helmet is extremely similar to the original Iron Man helmet. And the only major difference is the front head shape is slightly different, but you actually cannot open up the helmet like you could the first time around. It's a little bit smoother and sleeker, I think, which looks better. And I think a lot of what makes it look better is also that the print that goes along with it is just a kind of a cooler, a little bit more intimidating look. Personally, I think this one is just a little bit better than the original Iron Man helmet that was kind of designed for the cinematic Marvel series. But regardless, I think actually an unsung hero or a certain part of this minifig that I wasn't expecting to be really cool was the printing for the body is also really, really great. The dimensions seem to pop out pretty well. The glowing core in the center of the chest is just a little bit smaller, but that hexagon shape I think lends itself a bit better to kind of this sleek and stark detailing that makes up the metal body. Also, this is the first time, or at least this wave of sets is the first time we are getting this mold, this power shot. Sorry, they're calling it a power blast. There are 3 of these pieces that come within the set, and this is something that's going to make it look like he's either doing a power punch or shooting off one of Iron Man's signature blasts out of his hands. I don't believe the expressions for Tony Stark's face are unique, but I think enough new cool stuff came with this minifigure that most people aren't really gonna mind or care. Here is our villain, Justin Hammer. He's looking really cool. He's kind of the evil version of the Iron Patriot. You can see the stars and stripes are kind of all throughout the legs and chest, and the print on the helmet, which is by the way a just repeated mold of Iron Man's helmet, is actually really, really intimidating. I think he could have benefited greatly for printing on the arms, but is not really lacking in any way, shape, or form. These are the 2 expressions that he gets, and also Justin Hammer has an alternate hairpiece, which is pretty nice. Wait a second, I totally forgot to mention mention, but also Tony Stark has a different hairpiece too. Yeah, they both have different hairpieces. Now, our third and final minifig of the set is Agent Coulson, and based on the detailing for this minifig, you can tell he is the Agent Coulson from the comic book series and not the Agent Coulson that we know from either S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Avengers movies. All in all, he's actually a very simple minifig with a pretty simple suit print, just the tiniest amount of detailing on the back, and he's got a couple of expressions both with headsets. Actually, sorry, one has a headset and the other one has the nice aviator sunglasses. He comes equipped with a simple black pistol piece, and because I'm talking about Agent Coulson now, we might as well check out Lola first. Lola is Agent Coulson's hover car. This is the car in the normal standard driving position, and you'll notice that it's actually a great build for the top of the car. The detailing all around the front is awesome, and I absolutely appreciate that the Lola detailing in the front that shows the license plate in the grille is not a sticker. This is the first time I've really seen a curved piece like this have a nice print on it. It's usually a sticker when it's put down in this case, but this model benefits greatly from having that little bit of reflective detailing printed on there. And yeah, that's probably one of the nicest bits of detailing is the front of the car. Now, the interior is great. It looks like it could be a two-seater, but it really just is a one-seater. We have a sticker that shows a bit more of the control console and a couple of levers on either side, and there is some nice bits of long curvature that makes up those big wheel wells in the back. Now, you'll have noticed that all along the sides and the undercarriage there are some Technic cross pieces. This is, of course, so you can have the wheels fold down, and if you flip up this part in the back, then that flips the wheels down into hover position. Now, the back is really the worst part of the car. It looks like they didn't really know what to do. They didn't have an idea on how to cover it up, so they sort of just made the handles a sort of tan, non-obtrusive color, but really it does stick out kind of like a sore thumb, and this is definitely not the display side of the model. When you flip the wheels down, they run into a couple of 2x4 plates at the bottom, so they cannot go perfectly parallel to the ground. I think that was kind of intentional though, because now the wheels don't spin around randomly, and I don't know if the hover wheels are supposed to be absolutely straight down. I think they actually kind of look all right when they're splayed out a little bit. There is some sticker detailing underneath the wheel wells, and sorry they're a bit crooked. That is actually kind of an annoying place to start to put stickers. Anyways, long story short, I like the car. The back is bad, but the detailing on the top is wonderful, and also an added plus is that I think this scales pretty well for a Lego City, which is unlike most of the vehicles that come from DC sets. Specifically, I'm referring to the Lego Batman movie sets. Anyways, let's check out this big, bad Detroit steel mech. The color combination is relatively patriotic. As you can see, we've got a lot of red, white, and blue. I like that they used the dark red. That fits in a lot better. And there's some aspects of this mech that I think look really good, namely the legs, and the shape for the legs works pretty well. Most smaller mechs don't have that third ankle joint, and this dark red wedge that sort of angles back towards the joint not only allows for a lot of articulation, I think it just looks pretty cool. There's a bit of sticker detailing on the front of the dark red pieces there, and as you can see, the blue feet almost look like there's high heels on them. The arms themselves all have a red, white, and blue color combo. I kind of like that they're isolated sort of on their own like that. There's a little bit of sticker detailing there as well, just by the hand. 3 posable joints that make up the fingers, and one arm has a 6-shot stud shooter with orange shots, bright orange pieces, and the other side has a saw. The saw kind of sticks out in a very obtuse way. It's just simple Technic pieces. Doesn't look the greatest, but as I've said before in other set reviews, generally speaking, Technic parts that are supposed to represent raw mechanical pieces within a normal Lego build actually kind of look all right. This is how our Justin Hammer fig gets in and out of the mech. Relatively simple, a piece that just folds down in the front, and he just kind of stands in there. No detailing for controls or anything like that. Also, you can pose these tiny little corner pieces in towards him after the front doors have shut, and it does look just a little bit better, I think. We have these 2 sort of fins on the top. You can have them sticking straight up or folded all the way back down. I think the mech actually looks kind of good either way, and all in all, I'd say there's a little bit too much exposed Technic for certain areas, but the parts that count I think will look really good. Namely speaking, the shape of the legs work really well, and I like the detailing for the arms. Alright, so I think we've just taken a look at the entire set. I'd say both builds are successful. They don't blow me away. The back of the Lola car is a little bit sloppy, and that would be my one true gripe with it, but we get some great looking minifigs. The builds are pretty good, both of them. Lola I think is a little bit better despite that sort of little mess up in the back, and this set is $30 with the part to price ratio being pretty good considering it is 377 pieces. Also, once again, we are incessant minifigure collectors here at BrickVault, so this is just us putting the 3 exclusive figs into our Marvel/DC superhero collection. We do some pretty in-depth collection review videos on a lot of the major characters, so check out some of those if you haven't already. And I think I just finished off the review. All right, that is it for this episode, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember, if you want to pick up the set for yourself, I've left a link in the video description below. And if you enjoy our content, you can always like, subscribe. Episode's over. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.